And we are live, so you should be able to be heard right now. And the only thing we'd want you to confirm, you have your phone? You have your phone on you?
Yeah.
Let me pull up YouTube just to make sure it's actually coming through. Because this is our first episode, guys. Let's go ahead and just start talking and do some.
Well, welcome to Mouthful of Mandy. I'm Mandy. Aaron, if you will listen to watch, I guess, and listen, expanded understanding. This is like nerve-wracking for me, so you guys gotta give me a little bit. I'm his little sister. Cooking has always been a passion of mine, and it is. But I need to absolutely. I'm not a chef. I've never been trained. I taught myself when I was younger. There are specific reasons for that, and I will not tell you. But why exactly? But yeah, it's always been an interest to me. So, you know, I'm sure there's going to be people that are going to point out that, oh yes, in culinary school you don't do it like this and you do it like that. Well, I never went to culinary school, so you know, if you're willing to teach me things that I didn't know to make my life easier, I'm absolutely down. Today we're going to do two different beet salads. We're going to do a raw beet salad, and we're going to do a roasted beet salad. We're going to start with roasting the beets because it's the most time consuming. It takes about 45 minutes. You want to preheat your oven to 425, which I've already done. And you want the beets to be roasted fork tender. So fork tender means like if you're boiling potatoes and you stick a fork in and it comes out easy, that's when it's done. Okay. So what you want to do is you're going to make pouches, tinfoil pouches of your beets. Beets come and you can get your regular beets. They're this beautiful dark red and golden beets. This is the biggest one I've ever seen. Usually I buy a couple. I don't need any. So we're going to use half of it.
Wait, so that thing's a beet?
This is both of them are beets.
Oh.
This one is just a beet. They don't have a special name for it.
What's that called?
Golden beet.
Golden beet.
I like when you think about cooking, when you think about putting together a dish, you don't think about color as much as flavor profiles. So, you know, I like to use both because you have the contrast of the color and they don't really taste any different. You know, they slightly.
It's just more of a presentation? Yeah,
exactly. You want to be able to eat with your eyes first. So we're going to go into, usually beets have these huge greens. I was, you know, grateful that the produce section had it without the beet greens. You can use beet greens for other things. They're really good for you. I don't have any plans for that. So I was able to eat it without. First thing you do, scrub the crap out of these things. They are a root vegetable. They grow out of the ground. They will have dirt on them. I've already pre-washed all my veggies. If you are worried about staining your clothes, don't wear white. My hands will be purple. You can wear gloves. It's no big deal. That's why I have two cutting boards. We're going to use one cutting board for the beets, and then we're going to put it to the side. It will, you know, it won't stain it. You'll be able to wash it out, but it'll, you know, for the rest of the day, you're going to be a little purple. Your hands are going to be a little purple. So we're going to start with half of the golden beet. Okay, so because half is going to be for a raw salad, half is going to be for a roasted salad. So I'm just cutting it in half. You want to cut off the tops of your beets and the stems of your beets.
There's still black stuff on there. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Okay.
This will, when you roast beets, it will just peel right off. The skin will peel right off. For our raw salad, we will peel our beets. Okay, so because this one is so large, I'm going to be cutting it into 8 pieces.
More surface area for it to cook?
Exactly. And you want to, when you're cooking, get everything about the same size so they cook the same way. If you cut, you know, you have a small piece and a giant piece, this piece is going to take an hour to cook. This one's going to take 45 minutes.
Yeah, makes sense.
So take your tin foil, put your beets in there. And I already grabbed enough that I should be able to pouch it. Fine. And you get some olive oil and drizzle your olive oil right on there. And that was vinegar, not olive oil.
Really?
Yeah, but that's not everything. I can rinse it off.
Sounds like it might taste good. Vinegar beets?
It would, well, we're going to have vinegar with the dressing, so that's not that big a deal.
So when you make mistakes, I guess you can actually fix them still.
Yeah, because it's just vinegar.
Well, that's good to know. Who knows? I didn't know. Can we ditch this?
Yeah.
Smells all vinegary.
So when you roast any kind of vegetable, olive oil, salt and pepper. I mean, sometimes depending on the recipes or whatever you're gonna do, I like to add a little bit of cayenne pepper just to give it a little bit more spice. When I roast cauliflower, like just, kind of, but your basic roasted vegetable, Brussels sprouts, whatever, you're gonna have a high temperature olive oil, salt, pepper. So this is olive oil, thank God. And you just drizzle a little bit on there. And a couple of, you're going to use about half as much pepper as you do salt.
What kind of salt do you use? Why?
Himalayan pink salt.
Why?
Or, well, that's what I have right now. I'm a kosher salt girl. I literally, this is not my kitchen. I could never afford a kitchen like this. I have, they have those sets where everybody's got the salt and or the flour and the sugar and the whatever. I literally have one that's full of salt because I use salt more than anything else.
Himalayan salt or other something kosher salt you said, or what?
Kosher
Celtic salt or what kind of stuff?
I have like 6 different. I live with a sous chef, the restaurant I work at. So between him and I, we have like 12 different kinds of flour and more like 10 different kinds of salt. I have black lava salt.
Wow.
Different stuff for different foods.
Cool.
Really react well with certain things. But kosher salt is great to cook with. And it works with almost everything. And it's kind of flaky, so it flakes into it. I don't use iodized salt ever.
Me either.
Yeah, it just, there's other stuff that just tastes so much better. So pouch it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just want to make sure that heat gets trapped in. Throw it on a baking sheet. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab more oil for the regular beets. So the golden beet, as you can tell, there's not much of a state. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut off the tops and the bottoms. And because I'm doing a raw and a roasted, I'm using half of my beets right now for the roasting. Two. Okay, so you're just cutting off the tops and the edges. The peel is no good to eat, but it will come off because you're roasting it. Okay, these ones I'm going to just cut. This one's a little bit smaller, cut in half. These ones I'm going to cut into about a quarter. So they're about the size of our golden beet size pieces. And you can just roast them whole if you'd like. Takes a little bit longer. I'm impatient. Olive oil.
Same thing, olive oil, salt, and pepper?
Yeah, absolutely. And you can toss them in a bowl if you like. Dishes are my least favorite thing to do. So if I can do something and not use extra dishes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Toss that up there and mix it stuck together. Make sure it's peeling them apart. You want to make sure the olive oil gets on the skin so that they can easily come off. And I'm going to pouch it again. Put it on the same sheet pan. Tell, I have pink fingers. It's not that bad. But it can get worse. Okay, and then we're going to put it in the oven.
So we got going on there.
Setting 425, setting it for 45 minutes. That's when I'll check it. I'm just gonna check if it's fork tender. I mean, it can fluctuate. It kind of depends on your oven. I mean, everything can change. So I just start about 45 minutes. I need to add more time. The nice thing about beets is if you overcook them a little bit, it's not the end of the world. They're pretty forgiving vegetables. Beets are one of my favorite vegetables. I didn't even try them until I was in my 20s because my family wasn't a beet family. Change the color to purple, and literally scared I thought I was dying.
Oh yeah, poop and blood.
I was like, oh my god, there's so much blood. It's so red. Like I got on the internet and they're like, you eat beets lately? It's like, oh yeah. That's something we should talk about when we're talking about food.
Yeah, good to do. Well, WebMD, man. When you know what you know.
Okay, so in the meantime, in 45 minutes, we're gonna make the raw beet salad. A lot of people don't know that you can eat beets raw. The trick to that is we're shaving it really thin, so we'll still have the amazing color, amazing flavors, but it's just going to be crunchier. Okay, so we're going to use the other half of the golden beet, and I've got one of the regular beets, and we're going to peel these first. If you have a mandolin, it's the easiest way to get. You want to go thin. If you don't have one, we'll use your vegetable peeler. So you want to peel your skins first.
Oh, we've got active chat engagement here. Let's sneak in and take a look. So I'm gonna have to swing around this side. Freaking this all out, guys.
Yeah. I've always been told I've always wanted to be the person behind, not in front of the camera, behind the camera.
Oh, it's Jacob. Jacob's in the chat. Cool. Hi, Jacob.
Hi, Jacob.
Let's see. Willow was in there earlier. Willow's there too. So hi, Mandy.
It's late, guys. I know.
She's AFK for a bit. She's back now. Oh, that's cool. This is a pretty late show. So it happened spontaneously, and we'll figure out a regular schedule going forward or whatever that might look like. But hello, Jacob. Said hello, late night lovers. I mean, livers. But lovers works too. Yeah. You guys are in here. That's love, man. And if you guys have any questions too while she's cooking, or questions about her opinions on things, or what she's doing, or your own insights, I mean, feel free to add. I mean, we just have 2 people in here, so I don't know how much you guys cook and stuff, so don't feel pressured if you can't think of anything. That's totally fine. If you do, awesome.
This right here, see it? This, the dark color, you want to make sure you get rid of that. So if I peel it, if it was just a layer, it's not going to. I will cut that piece out. It's not as tasty. So we've peeled our beets. I like to get all the messy stuff out of the way. Make sure you get everything peeled. And you're just going to it's going to be easier. We're just going to peel with a vegetable peeler or a mandolin, just pieces of beet.
Oh, so real thin, so not even like cucumber chunks, like slices.
Like otherwise, it's just going to taste
super crunchy and bitter.
Yeah, and it's not bitter. It's just.
I can't taste one of those. What's that taste like?
Yeah, try this. It'll still have the sweetness and it'll have crunchiness. This is not easy to do with vegetable.
Huh.
Yeah, it's sweet and earthy. Umami. That's what earthy means. Umami.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, so MSG is super umami. Which they have that whole MSG that gives you headaches and all that stuff is bullshit. And it was this racist crap that they brought up,
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. MSG is not bad for you at all. And it's really good flavors. And they did it during the Chinese were brought in to help build the railroads.
Mm.
And it was just this racist way of, oh, well, the Chinese food, because of the MSG, it's bullshit. MSG is not bad for you.
I haven't looked into the science enough to disagree with you, so that's just fascinating.
Research it.
Well, I thought I did a little bit. I thought it was one of those things like, aspartame's bad, MSG's bad, but maybe it's a misunderstanding.
It was. I watched this whole documentary on it. It's really interesting. So this is fun stuff, guys. Peeling.
Doesn't look fun. I'm enjoying watching her do it.
Right. If I had 6 peelers. But yeah, a mandolin will get this done so quick. But for this salad, almost all of the ingredients will be using a vegetable peeler and not cutting into chunks. When you think about salads, you wanted them to be the ingredients and then to kind of be consistent in size. So it's like I'm having thin sliced, it'll be thin sliced. Everything will be nice and thin.
Okay, so we'll ask, Mandy, what's your favorite go-to quick meal?
This is gonna sound really weird. Grilled peanut butter and jelly.
Oh yeah, you're telling me about it.
Yeah, so it's just like you do peanut butter and jelly and then you do butter on the bread like a grilled cheese, and it is fantastic.
Especially with the Uncrustables, right?
Uncrustables, those frozen ones that they have for kids, because none of the stuff comes out. It's like, it's so like this childish whatever, but it's delicious. And I do it for dessert sometimes. That everybody that I've introduced it to loves it.
Sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah, we'll make some sometime.
Cool.
Yeah, it'll take us like 5 whole minutes.
Awesome. It'll be a quick, it'll be based on what Will's question. One of Mandy's favorite quick go-to meal or go-to quick meal. Just make a little 5-minute video.
Right. It's gonna take forever.
Look how red I am. So I got sunburned yesterday, and you're a bit pale.
I'm a bit pale. I'm really frickin' pale.
Like beet red, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that sounds bomb.
Bomb. It is so good. Okay. So
there's no other trick to doing that, like slicing really thin with a knife or something.
Couldn't get it thin enough.
So it has to be like a peeler if you don't have a mandolin.
Yeah, which sucks. I mean, I can
it looks
try.
Like, do you ever slice your thumb open that way? It looks like you slice your thumb open.
So when I was, this is a funny story actually. So you can
do it.
actually, it's not that bad. Here, try that. See how bad.
See.
Oh yeah, so you can try with a knife. So I used to manage a restaurant, and part of my job was coming up with the cocktail list. So I was at home prepping. One of my cocktails was a rosé sangria, and in it was fresh strawberries. So I'm prepping because we're doing pictures for the website, and so I'm trying to cut strawberries into heart shapes. Mm-hmm. So what I'm doing, I take a knife and cutting around to get the green part out, mm-hmm. and then to make this beautiful heart. Cut on this finger.
You cut a heart in your finger?
I cut right there. If you can see, my nails are kind of messed up. Like, it's a weird shape. Huh. Cut down to the bone.
Wow.
Yeah, it didn't like bad.
Yikes.
And then it got infected. It was so swollen that you couldn't see the wrinkles.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, so they had to, yeah, it was crazy.
So yes, you have cut yourself pretty good.
Oh yeah, I've cut myself a lot. I cut myself once cutting roasted red peppers, and it looks like a roasted red pepper cut off the tip of my finger.
Oh.
But it grows back.
Oh, I know. I sliced off on a table saw. I almost sliced off like 3/4 of my fingernail and like almost a chunk of my finger, almost the bone, but it all grew back.
Exactly. It's a little more sensitive, which is weird.
Yeah.
But it gets there. It's back. I don't know. I was gonna say something. I don't remember what it was.
Talking about bomb quick go-to meals, cutting yourself with a knife.
Yeah. Probably one of my favorite. I was never a steak and potatoes kind of person until my ex-husband was very much steak and potatoes kind of person. But Wagyu beef, which is incredibly expensive, about $100 a pound.
Worth it though?
Absolutely. And that one is just, I do it in a pan with salt and pepper, and then put butter on it when it's done, and get that beautiful sear in a cast iron skillet. And it is like beef butter. It melts in your mouth. It's fucking fantastic.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, that's like a special treat. Okay. I should get most of the stuff done beforehand next time. And just do a little bit.
Oh, you got time to chat. 45 minutes for something to cook.
That's gonna be too thick.
Yeah,
Taste that and you can tell the difference.
You know what's funny though? Like chips even the size you just gave me, like I could just eat those. Like cucumber slices, I've never had no idea. That tastes pretty good.
Very good. And I like, and most people just, I think beets intimidate people. And I think it's like, oh my gosh, it's just roasted beet. But it's like, it can't. It can be raw. It can be really easy. Like this raw salad we're gonna do is like incredibly easy and incredibly delicious.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna cut this for now, and we'll see how much more I need. Okay. So purple hands. You might look like you murdered somebody.
Yeah. Sorry, but you really were just working with beets. It's all good.
Exactly. That's what you tell people when you actually murdered somebody.
Yeah.
It was just beets. I just made a beet salad.
Yep.
Okay, so the base of our salad is going to be arugula. The base of both, the base of this one is going to be arugula. There is arugula in the other salad, but the base with the roasted beet salad, there's going to be a little bit more beets. So I'm going to I washed all of my arugula. About 2/3 is going to be for the raw salad, and 1/3 is going to be for the roasted beet salad. Arugula is peppery, a little bit mustardy. It is a little bitter. Some people don't like it. This is like my favorite green, and I will just do this with like lemon and olive oil and just eat that. It's delicious. But if you don't like it, mixed greens is a great substitution. Spinach can be really good. Even if you want some crunch, if you want to do, make sure you do a nice dark green. It has more vegetables. I mean, it's more vitamins. It's much better for you. But like, if you like that iceberg, if you like that crunchy feeling or taste, I do that all the time. I add, iceberg to this so that I get that nice crunch, but I'm still getting the nutrients. So I washed this. I'm going to take 1/3 out and save it for the other salad. Okay. And we're going to make the dressing for that and toss this. Okay, so this is just going to be a simple lemon vinaigrette. So a couple of tricks. To get the most lemon juice out of your lemons, you can do a couple of things. You can shove it in the microwave for 10 seconds or push really hard.
All the way around it?
Yeah, just a couple of times. Get the juices flowing.
Well, that's nice. Any way to avoid the microwave sounds better to me.
I don't like microwaves. I didn't have one for years. So you cut that in half and make our dressing. Hold the lemon this side down when you're squeezing it, then none of the seeds will come out.
Well, Ari's here. Sorry late to the party, but I love beets, dude. Right on.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
Glad to be back. We're in like the middle of the night here, so this probably worked out. Have you used beet greens for salad before?
I haven't, and I want to try it, but I don't know. I haven't even tasted them raw yet. I think maybe I can try it with pesto too.
What, there's green beets? So
No, so I cut off the top of it. All of it they grow with greens on top of it.
Oh,
so that's
yeah,
just
okay,
accepted ground. Right,
stuff,
exactly.
yeah.
So like carrots have all the green stuff, and you can use it. I just haven't.
Yeah.
And it's something I've wanted to try. I just have not gotten around to it. So I like to experiment with that kind of things. Those kind of things.
So what were you doing there with the lemon, sticking your thumb in it?
Making sure I get all the juice out.
Oh, you're just squeezing like the pulp and getting
Yeah,
the juice out?
exactly. This is not.
Ari said they're so good.
Beet greens?
Apparently.
Really? Raw?
Huh?
Aria, tell me. That would be, right? It's like,
Well, it should be up for salads, I imagine. Yeah, so you just put the leaves in there along with your arugula or whatever.
Or maybe even a wilted green salad would be really good. So yeah, you can just squeeze upside down. You can squeeze over your fingers. They'll catch the seeds.
Does it help get the stains off your fingers too? The acid from lemons? Or it's just make them smell nice and lemony?
I like the way it makes the hand smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it'll help. It might help. I mean, but look at my lemon. My lemon's a little purple now.
Yeah,
it turns everything purple.
Yeah, no, I've got some spirulina and beetroot extract powder. Yeah, I'm not sure for a 1/4 teaspoon. I put in like distilled. You can make sole salt and say with that. Like you make so jarred distilled water, some antic minerals, and some silica. And then like not black, but pink Himalayan salt chunks, like 2 or 3
Yeah.
inches. And you put them in there for 24, 40 hours and super saturate with salt water. But you also add the quarter teaspoon of the spirulina beetroot powder, and it turns this beautiful, like violet color. And it's Himalayan salt spray, so it's also super saturated Himalayan salt.
Oh yeah, I've seen you use that.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
So the dressing we're gonna do is just lemon juice, olive oil, and salt and pepper. I mean, really simple. We have some really strong flavors in the salad. We're gonna do fennel and prosciutto and onions. So you don't need a super like flavorful dressing.
And she said, yes, they're kind of bitter, like arugula.
Oh, that sounds good.
And yes, I'm into the lovely greens too.
Yeah, that would be really delicious. So lemon juice, salt, pepper. Gosh, looks really nice fine pepper.
Nice fine one. Oh, like really fine.
Okay.
This is the dressing you're making?
Yeah.
And you want the vinegar, right? Oh,
no, the vinegar we're gonna use we'll do our other dressing as well once we finish the salad for the other salad, and we'll use the vinegar. So you can use a whisk. I just do olive oil. I'm not much of a measurer. That's why I bake.
Gotta get this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 a.m. right now, guys. Synchronicity. 28:38 left to cook.
So you're just whisking together to emulsify your dressing. So that's when you're no longer, your acid and your oil are no longer separated.
Emulsifying?
Yep. You can use one of the hand blenders, emulsify. You can do, we're going to do the other dressing in a blender, a whisk, do a fork, and toss my greens. I love that. I'm going to toss my salad.
Yep, do it. Toss your own salad. You're amazing.
Yeah, it's all that yoga. Okay. So you dress your greens enough with the other toppings. You don't need to dress the other vegetables. We will with the roasted beet salad, but this one, it'll be nice. You'll get all the flavor with the other ingredients. So this is where we're gonna start it. Okay, so you can toss on your beets.
Your beet slivers.
My beet slivers, my beet thins. But yeah, I mean, they're good. Just to eat. They're nice and sweet.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's why people had always talked about, oh, gross beets. Because I think when people first tried beets when they were whatever, they were the canned beets. I think those are nasty.
That makes sense.
But that is like just a beautiful color. Yeah, I didn't eat all those beets like the rest of them. But I could add more too. Okay. So then I move my beets. So out of the way. I'll put this over here. We're gonna do fennel. This is the fennel bowl. It is another licorice flavor. Anise. I like it, but you want to make sure you don't overuse it.
What is it?
This is fennel.
Oh, it tastes like licorice?
Yeah, black licorice.
Not.
Or anise, which is a spice.
Anise? Tastes like anise too?
Anise.
Yeah, black licorice does taste like anise.
So you just want to cut them more off there. We're just going to shade it. Right over the salad. I feel like I'm usually just finessed.
That looks pretty impressive to me. Then you say to go light on that. It's not a lot of black licorice flavor, or is that it's gonna be the right mix?
Horrible, because it is. Here, you can try it. Yeah, because it is. That's the nice thing about with these things that are so flavorful.
Oh yeah.
You do it nice and thin. It's not bad.
All right, yeah, I can see that.
And then the sweetness and the bitterness of the greens, it's a great mix.
Yeah.
So if you stop the salad now, we're not, well, I'm going to do onion on too. once you do that, it can be a completely vegan salad. We're not going to make it that way.
Huh. Now, what are we gonna add that's not vegan?
We're going to add prosciutto and cheese. Because anything that I can add prosciutto to, I will.
Like I said, that looks gorgeous.
Yeah, isn't it beautiful? That's my favorite summer is like salads are just so pretty. It's one of my favorite things in the world. So same thing. We're got a block of Parmesan Reggiano, and we're gonna peel pieces of that as well. And the nice thing about when it's peeled cheese, it kind of melts in your mouth. And you know, salads, I will like post the recipes on here. Ingredients are kind of your, you know, if you really like a lot of cheese, get a lot of cheese. You don't, you know, you can adjust it any way you want to that's best for you. But yeah, it kind of melts in your mouth. The hard, I would just, if you don't want parm, I just suggest a hardened cheese. A hard aged cheese. Like even a really hard aged cheddar is delicious.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super good.
Mm-hmm. Here's your munchie pile, Aaron.
Cool. I like that I can pick food off here and I don't get in trouble.
No, because it's just you and me.
Cool.
Won't flap your hand away. Okay. We're going to do our prosciutto. I'm just going to do probably, I'll start with 2 slices and figure out just how far that goes. The prosciutto, I like to just roll it up. Down a little bit. Just roll it up like this. Chiffonade, I think that's how they call it. You do this with like a basil leaf.
Oh.
So that's some of my fennel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're matching you just match sizes.
Hmm.
You know, for the roasted beet salad, it'll be chunkier. I mean, everything's just going to be chunkier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but prosciutto is one of my favorites. Speck is a smoked prosciutto, really good.
You mean some for the snack pile?
I'll ship out another one.
So I don't have to mess up the pretty salad.
Yeah, this is just, I mean, prosciutto is one of my favorite snacks. Prosciutto and like pear.
Hmm.
Any kind of like wrap it around any kind of fruit, grapes. I mean, delicious.
No idea.
Unroll that motherfucker. You roll it like a joint. I could have rolled them together and just did one chiffonade.
Chiffonade.
Yeah. Aaron. This nice thing, you just pull off and break it into pieces. We can do one more piece. The salad.
Take a little piece here, take a little piece there, put it in my mouth, and it tastes super nummy.
Yeah, so prosciutto's pretty salty, so you just want to be aware of that. Probably do 2.5.
Oh. I should put this right there.
So you can actually see it.
Yeah. Let me cutting now.
Perfect. Prosciutto. Okay.
So is that
Last ingredient, a little bit of red onion. Gives it a little bit of a bite. I'm gonna cut your onion in half. You can move that for a minute if you want. Keep this on. This is gonna make your life easier. Keep the root on. You're gonna cut off this piece right here, and there's just kind of different ways. So we're gonna do like kind of rings. We're gonna do that nice and thin. So what you want to do is just peel off your outer layer, because if you keep your stem on, you don't have to worry about keeping all the pieces together, which is annoying. So there's, this way, when we do a ring, this is the only thing you have to do is cut for the ring. If you want to do dices, there's really easy, nice tricks for that as well. So we're just going to make sure we slice nice and thin. I chose purple onion because literally the color. You can be any onion you'd like. Even chives would be really good, or green onion mixed in with the greens. I just like to, as much color as I can add to a salad, I will. Because, I mean, it looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
It's like, and, you know, if you told somebody, oh, there's something that tastes like black licorice in there, they're like, ugh. But if it looks gorgeous, let them give a shit.
Or at least a lot more interested to try.
Right. Don't tell them. It tastes a lot. Well, there's
Unless isn't allergic allergy,
yeah,
I guess.
exactly. That's a different thing. But it's like, if I know what somebody's allergic to, and it's like, if I know you're going to prejudge just because you think it tastes like black licorice, I'm not going to tell you that that's in there. I'm like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Isn't that crazy that you like that?
Nice.
So, this is our raw beet salad. I have a salad. You want to try something?
Sure. Yeah.
Beet salad.
Dished up will be the taste tester.
Just make sure you get some of all that ingredients. And because there's nice dressing on the thing, on the arugula, it'll get all that flavor everywhere.
Well.
Then you'll have to tell me, if you try the roasted beet salad, which one you like best.
Okay. It's a job I can take on.
Okay. A lot of responsibility.
Good. Just good.
Right? It's a beautiful summer day.
Huh. Yeah.
And all of this, almost all of the ingredients are summer beets. I try to, with my produce, stay on season as much as I can. Winter is a great time for citrus. Is actually a winter fruit.
Huh.
So, in which you wouldn't think at all. So I use a lot of grapefruit. I use a lot of oranges and lemons and that kind of thing during the winter for like when I used to come up with cocktail lists and all those things. Ooh, excuse me.
Excuse.
Okay.
Yeah, this is great, Mandy. Cool.
When I roast beets, because it is one of my favorite roasted beet salads, one of my favorite things in the world. I roast a bunch of them. I don't, and I keep my ingredients separate, and then just mix them up and bring them to like work or whatever. But I'll just roast all my beets at the same time. Okay. So we have about 15 minutes left of roasting the beets. We're gonna do a blueberry vinaigrette for the roasted beet salad. So we're gonna work on that. You can use do you eat any of my blueberries?
Well,
I measure them.
I'm sorry, no. Measurements don't matter, right?
But they don't usually. I'm trying really hard. Okay, so about a half a cup of blueberries. You do 6 tablespoons of olive oil. I am not a measurer very much, so I'm like, I actually measured it we made this dressing, measured it, made sure that I could get it right so that I could tell people how to do it because I know that a lot of people do. My stepsister is that way. She just, needs a recipe, needs, this is how much, and I'm just not that person. So it's hard for me to measure. I'm trying, I'm working on it. So we're doing a 1/4 cup of honey. Raw local honey always. It actually builds up your immunities.
Oh.
So if you move to a new place, the first thing you should have is local honey.
Yeah, your allergies can go away within a couple months too.
Yeah.
And spoonfuls of local raw honey.
Yeah, and it's you can put it on cuts and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's in my bug out bag.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good snack and it's septic.
Exactly. Okay, this is when I actually want the vinegar. So we'll do a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar.
And that makes honey and vinegar.
Almost all the vinaigrets that you have
Uh-huh.
honey and vinegar in it.
No idea.
Or honey and lemon. I mean, that's really common. I'm gonna blend this up really quick.
Mute it real quick. It's super loud. Sorry, we're working on how to use the blender for this blender for the first time.
I've never used this blender. Why is it? How is it not just a push? Okay.
Yeah.
I would say.
It's a smart one.
That's really good. Mm,
Whistle it.
beautiful.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah.
Okay, good. So, this dressing is gorgeous. You can use frozen or fresh blueberries. It's absolutely fine. But the reason that I do use a blender with this one is, I mean, blueberries are not something, if you mush it by hand, it's just not gonna work. You're gonna end up with chunks and it's gonna, you know.
Gross.
Yeah, exactly. And your friends are gonna hate you because they're gonna get it all stuck in their teeth.
Bummer.
Yeah. So, yeah, this is absolutely tasty. It's gonna be there, and the most important thing in the kitchen.
Mhm.
So taste stuff, and then you never use that stuff. Trying to get my taste.
Yeah, that's super good.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a, you know, a sweeter dressing because we are using some bitter ingredients. We are using goat cheese in our roasted beet salad, which is a bit sour. So it's just got some sweetness to it. Maybe we're like,
How much time we got smoke break time? We got prep to do.
oh, let's do a little smoke break because that gives us, we have about,
We're gonna go sit
11
outside and have a
minutes.
smoke break and we'll chat with you out there while we're doing that. And then we'll quickly leave the camera on the salad.
that doesn't look pretty anymore.
It's fine. Look, it's a cool shot while we're outside smoking on the screen. So here's the first meal, guys. We're gonna have that up on the screen, or we're gonna go out here and smoke on this one and see. All right, it said blueberry vinaigrette. Get the fuck out. I'm here for it.
It's so good. Okay, we're back in what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, we got what? 10 minutes, 11 minutes on there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna go out and smoke. You guys can come with us. We can chat. Hey, pull up on your phone, Mandy. Actually, go to YouTube and pull up the channel. You can live chat with people in the actual comments. Or smoking. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
It's cool.
Hey guys.
It's not bad. Dude, blueberry vinaigrette is so good. I do, you can just do any berry, really. Raspberries, anything. I think it goes really well with the earthy flavors of beets.
Thanks, yeah.
I don't want your tiny little chair. Yeah, so raspberry vinaigrette, strawberry vinaigrette, anything like that. I just blueberries are, and it's so pretty that it just makes this whole salad this purpley color, and you know, it'll and purple. So why not? But I do the same thing when I do duck sauces. I'll do a berry duck sauce. So blueberries are good, cherries, blackberries, whatever is like looks good in your produce section. They always tell you to, so when you go zen and go to your happy place. I used to think, this meadow, there's this place where I grew up called, we all called it the bluff, and it was just this random patch of grass, and then around it was like this cliff, and it goes right into the Puget Sound. Gorgeous area. And I was like, that's my happy place. What I realized the other day is my happy place is absolutely the produce section of a grocery store, a good produce section, specifically in our area, Central Market. And yeah, happy place. I could spend hours in the produce section, which is crazy. But that's how I decide a lot of what I'm cooking. Or like if I go to the grocery store, the first thing that I do is go into the produce section, find something that looks amazing, and that's I'll build my whole meal around that.
That makes sense.
A lot of people, it's the protein first. I'm just not that way.
You guys are wondering about the height discrepancy. I'm in a tinier squat
I'm
chair.
6'10".
Plus, I'm 608 feet tall. She's 610 feet tall.
Yeah.
So that is.
No, I'm 5'7". I'm the shortest one in my family, which is crazy because that's for average height for girls only like 5'5".
See, Will said smoke break. She's writing a smoke break too. She said, ooh, raspberry balsamic.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Getting hungry now.
Sweet midnight snacks.
That was good.
Yeah.
I'll do this more often. Oh, maybe we'll make a show out of it. We can just eat better at the same time.
We could do this. I could do Whole30 stuff or keto stuff. Or,
sounds good to me, man.
Like it's different. That's my favorite. I did the Whole30 diet, and it's my favorite. And I've done a couple of different diets like that. That were just very specific, and it was making things that I really like, following the rules, and it would still have an amazing flavor and finding different ways to cook things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Like one of my favorite Whole30 desserts is I would just take bananas and slice them, and then in a frying pan do a little bit of coconut oil, and you put cinnamon on the banana, and then like fry it so it had this crispiness and so sweet, and it was like, oh my God, and it's 100% like Whole30, really good for you.
Is the crispiness from frying the sugar? Like the sugar fries and kind of
sears? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because there's so much. Bananas have, or one of the highest sugar content fruits.
Willow said, I might need an ice cream break after my smoke break. I know the feel, Willow.
Yeah, right? Yep. Half my life's an ice cream break.
Solves a lot of problems,
Yeah.
Grandma told us that.
Yeah, that's why everyone in our family is addicted to ice cream. Yep. It's like, I can't believe it. Sarah, Sarah doesn't like ice cream?
Uh-huh. No, I did not.
No, she does not like ice cream.
Well,
Sarah's our stepsister.
It's on mom's side of the bloodline.
Yeah, exactly. And so she likes soft serve ice cream, but she doesn't like regular ice cream.
It's good, man. So I'm just glad I'm like as balanced, I guess, with the rest of my diet, that I'm not like fucking 500 pounds or something. So right. I really like ice cream.
No, that's exactly it. It is literally the only reason that I work out is so that I can eat.
Aria said, I was just thinking of ice cream too. Yeah, it's kind of a thing in our family. It's a running joke, Aria, if you haven't seen other episodes, because remember in our family, we kind of like ice cream is a thing a little bit. But I went on a trip with Alaska with my grandma last summer, and while we were out at lunch, just talking about, I think, ice cream, different things. And she's like, oh, well, I think ice cream solves a lot of problems. I'm like, oh, that's where we get it from.
It's grandma.
Because grandma and mom and Mandy and me, and then my uncle, Uncle Mike,
yeah,
and Marla. Have you seen them eat ice cream?
No.
Massive bowls, just like
always.
ours. So it's like, oh, it's like
our family. A pint of Ben & Jerry's. That's my sit down. It's like,
She said Sarah sounds weird.
Sarah is weird. I love it.
She's weird in the best ways. Yeah, she's got weird, all sorts of weird quotes.
That's just funny.
Quirks.
Yeah.
It's a weird. I don't like ice cream though. It's kind of cool. We're out here chatting. Still, say, oh, you know what we should have done?
Done it on timer so that
totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I'll do that next time.
Yeah, next time that
and people know we're literally waiting for something to cook. We're out here chilling.
Right.
What a cool idea.
Yeah, we have the dressing. I have the other stuff that's already measured out. Like there's no more cutting to do. It'll be just assembling. Well, I'll have to cut the beets and take off the peels.
Yeah. See, Will knows ice cream solves a lot of problems.
Yeah. Yeah. Eating feelings. It's good.
It's good. Even I like eating feelings. It's just like when you can feel, and then maybe this is why it's different for everybody. So it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like something you can focus on doing. You're making something beautiful that makes you feel good about yourself. You get to eat it, it tastes good. You made it with your own hands. Like it really adds to your own positive
Right.
psychology in that day. It's different. Like
When I made that ice
I'm
cream
feeling
cake,
sad. I'm gonna get some ice cream.
yeah.
Not saying it's bad
see,
either, but
no,
it's different.
I'm actually the opposite. When I'm depressed or sad, I don't eat.
I wish that was my problem.
Yeah, I used to be the opposite. I used to eat a lot. Now it's like I just get sad and I get depressed, and it's like I don't even want to walk to the kitchen.
Yeah.
So, which is an okay thing because it would be 300 pounds. Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
I don't want that.
Nobody wants that. Like I have some issues, right? But I don't want to be that bad.
I don't want to be 300
Yeah,
pounds fat. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I should have been in counseling when I hit 280.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, something.
Yeah, when you see me at 280, you tell me to go to counseling.
What's the most you've ever weighed?
That's a question. That's old. 250 pounds.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. How much do you weigh now?
150 pounds.
Wow. Really?
I lost 100 pounds in the last year.
In a year? Really? This last year?
Getting a divorce. I lost 185 pounds, asshole. And then another 100 pounds. I lost 285 pounds in a year.
Wait, hold on. Oh, because
Yeah,
okay, gotcha. Because you lost him too.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, I can swing 70 pounds in like 2 years. I've done that most of my life. Except for the last 2 or 3 years, I've been pretty consistent in my weight.
Yeah, 150 I think is good. Like I'm a size 4 now in jeans, and it's like I feel good about myself. I don't ever want to be. I will never be a person that has a thigh gap. I will never be stick skinny, and I don't want to be. I like the curves. I like having boobs. I like having a butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see any. And I think that there's so many magazines that it's rail thin. I don't think a lot of men did like that.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like-
like there's no figure at all. It's just
Yeah.
like you're just like there, dude.
Bone, and it's like to each their own. They're
Yeah.
and it's everybody's body is different. I'm
Yeah.
just will never be a stick skin person.
Hmm.
Even when I was like at my smallest, I still had the curves and boobs. I had a breast reduction when I was 19, so I still have. But I did. This is an inappropriate joke. I was 19 and my surgery was on 9/11. Not the 9/11, not 2001, but a 9/11. So one of my friends told me that my DJ name should be DJ Twin Towers because it was the second
I
time
just
that,
think it's something witty right when you start to say it. Yeah.
it was
Right on.
the second falling of
Too
the Twin
soon?
Towers.
No, it's not too soon.
Yeah,
That's
it was,
perfect.
Right? That's hilarious. It's been
awesome.
what, almost 20 years now.
That is 19 and a half.
Yeah, can you believe there are
Ish.
people that are in school weren't alive for that?
Or 18 and a half. Yeah. I know. Yeah, that's weird, huh?
Yeah, like
I was in high school. I was a sophomore in high school. I remember that
was
morning.
in 7th grade. I remember because I used to put my alarm clock on the other side of the room so I'd actually get up. And I got up and I pushed snooze and I got back up into my bed and I was like, what? And it said, all airports are closed. And I was like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
And went into mom's room.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember being there. Moms were watching
And it
the rest
was
of that.
late start for school.
Yeah,
and
so it's
they-
cool. And then we're watching it in the classrooms too.
Exactly. And my teacher cried.
I bet. It's intense, man.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to go to work.
She cried a lot that year. She was going through a divorce.
Oh man, that's
Yeah.
hard.
And to do that in front of your students sucks.
Yeah. Oh man, it's hard.
She's
The life is sometimes.
Yeah, homeroom teacher.
Mhm. That's rough.
Yeah, both of us went through divorces at the same time. Mine's just was a lot quicker than yours.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
We had the same initials and got divorced at the same time.
Doing awesome. We did it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Better off. We're healthy, healed people. And so
Yeah.
are they. Now they have the opportunity. It's
Yes. And I want that for him.
Mhm.
I just couldn't be happy with it.
great. That's when you honor and love yourself first. If they come back, they come back. Works
Right.
out. And if it's healthy, great.
DJ Twin Towers, yeah. I was a baby when 9/11 happened. Oh my gosh, how old are you,
yeah.
Willow?
How old are you, Willow? When were you born? So she's born probably 98, mid to late 90s then.
Yeah, right?
Because you're 89, I'm 86.
Yeah.
Technically 80s babies, but they grew up in the 90s.
Yeah,
So you name
exactly.
your
I don't
pants.
remember the 80s. I was
Neon
born in
colors.
89.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the ugly pants.
The
Remember Mom
Bamsi
used to-
hammer pants
Yeah.
maybe? Yeah, it's awesome.
Super comfy, I'm
Super
sure.
color. It's like I just pick cool patterns out from the
But
fabric
it looks
store.
like
and
you
made
took a
pants.
dump in your pants.
Yeah, those penguin pants from MC
Yeah.
Hammer pants. Yeah.
Which, like, Yeah, I got a pair when I was like in Nicaragua, and it's like they're so comfortable, but it's like it looks like I took it up.
Well, that's what you wanted down in Nicaragua, right? I'm trying to attract attention.
Yeah,
Need
it's
your
just
burqa?
well, yeah, exactly. It just was comfortable and hippie, and yeah, it was nice. Barely wear makeup.
It's so human nasty down
Yeah,
there,
it's
man.
horrible. It was just yeah.
Oh, look, Arya's 86 too. Left my ass off. Parachute pants, dude. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. Willow was born in
December 22nd, 2000. Wow, yeah, she was a baby. Man.
Yeah, she was just like not even 1 year old when that happened.
She said the backwards overalls beats all, though.
Oh yeah.
Beets,
Who were those guys?
Beets, it beats all.
Yeah.
AO. Backward overall guys? I don't know. Is that New Kids on the Block? Or
No,
something
it was
like that?
two kids. And crisscross.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Crisscross. Okay, let's go check on my Beets. You got the cameraman?
Got it. Was this running right after?
Oh, perfect timing.
When the oven's beeping.
Yeah, like absolutely perfect timing. Okay, so I'm gonna grab a fork. Don't believe in oven mitts. They're for wimps. We're just gonna open up the pouch. Tin foil doesn't hold a lot of heat, so you can touch it right out of the oven. It is hot. Stick your fork in, and if it comes out really easy, that's good. So, and these ones are a little bit smaller, so they'll be cooked better. Yeah, fork tender. We're gonna pull that out of the oven, and I'll put it on timer.
She said it was always so hard to pee with those pants on.
Right? Overalls are worse. Those rompers, and you have to pee, it's like you have to get totally undressed. Okay, so. So your pouch. You will be able to, the skin will just peel right off. These are really hot, so it's like if you have time to like let it sit in the pouch, you know, give it a couple minutes, it'll even peel better. You can use a vegetable peeler if you want. Actually.
Pretty hot to the touch, I imagine, huh?
Oh yeah. I mean, they're hot right now. I'll get this on the cutting board, get them to cool off a little bit. Sometimes if I hadn't made my dressing, I'll use the olive oil that I roasted it in for the dressing. Just gives a little bit more flavor. This is gonna be, basically the olive oil is gonna be beautiful color.
It's
Yeah,
like
look at how
blood.
pretty that is.
Yeah, it's cool. Thanks to the olive oil and stuff too.
Yeah.
Cool spider. Almost looks like meat, like a really rare steak with
Yeah.
beet juice. It's cool.
So you want to take your peels off your beets. This is when I started to peel. If you let it cool, you don't need a vegetable peeler. All right.
Oh yeah. So,
This will not be our normal time, midnight most of the time.
Yeah, we'll see, but we'll figure it out. It works. So we got Alex showed up. Said hi. Cool. Hi, Alex. How are you? He's from Mexico. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
¿Cómo estás? Que bueno, habla poquito español.
Hey, Kitty.
Aria asked that. And then
I already asked what.
if que bueno, how are you? And do you speak a little Spanish? Yes,
Nice,
poquito
Sorry, it's my kitty.
español. Y de donde eres, Aria? Okay, this is awesome. I love that you guys are carrying on this other language conversation. I kind of follow it because I took, minimal Spanish in high school and
We
then
took
around it.
French,
Right on.
and it hasn't come in handy. And I took a little bit of Spanish, so it's really bad because I can't tell. Some of the words are so similar. I don't know if there's that Spanish or French.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of overlap. It's good for you.
Yeah. Well, because they're both Latin-based languages. See how easily that peeled off?
Mm-hmm.
Just hot as fuck. Yeah, these are 425 degrees right now.
You just touch it with your fingers.
Yeah.
So your fingers just get burned. They go numb after a while, or what?
Yeah, I've gotten used to it. I cook enough that it's like the hot doesn't bother me as much.
Your kitty's whining about.
He just wants attention. Nice. Hi, baby. Yes, I talk to my cats in baby voice. I have two cats. They're higher tip Siamese, so they're white Siamese cats. They're brothers, and it's Fat Boy and Nice. What their original names were Vanilla and Ice. Kind of just evolved. Fat Boy's. He's super fat. So cute.
Nice.
That's Nice. Nice is more talkative. And he's the brains of the operation. I like to call him Pinky in the brain. Yeah. See, there's that.
Nice one.
He won't let you do it. He will only let me do it.
He's the kitty, guys. There's one and two. Both brothers, yeah.
Yeah, they're brothers. I wasn't allowed to have, Fat Boy's right there too.
Put you down, buddy. Go ahead, brother.
Grandma won't call Fat Boy because she thinks it's mean.
I know what's the name she came up with.
Big Boy. That's like Grandma.
Big Boy. I thought it was something else. It's something else. It's like
No,
totally
calls,
different.
Yeah, well, she calls Nice Nilly.
Oh,
When
okay.
it's like, because they were originally Vanilla and Ice, right?
Oh yeah.
But Nice was Ice, so she calls it Nilly when it's completely. But it's like, it's fine.
It works. I'm trying
Yeah.
to figure it out now. It means her.
Yeah.
I'm very cool.
I wasn't able to keep my cats, so my grandma's an amazing person and loves cats, and she's taking care of them. And it's at my parents' house, which is nice, so I can still hang out with my kitties.
And this is
Okay.
where we're at, by the way. This is our parents' home. They're on vacation right now, and we're here with Grandma. Grandma's hanging out downstairs and cooking some meals.
Okay, so we're just gonna dice these into bite-sized chunks. They cool down pretty quick. But you try that, Aaron. It's a little hot. They're sweet and earthy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it tastes just a little bit of everything. Olive oil, salt, pepper.
yeah. I mean, they have so much flavor. You don't need a lot to add to it.
Yeah, it tastes really good.
Yeah, I love beets, and they're really good for you.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take another bowl that had the leftover arugula and add our beets to it. Okay, we also have about a cup of blueberries. About a cup of pistachios. Add our vinaigrette in there. And toss our salad. Take that fennel off from right there.
Once again, my sister's a pro at tossing her own salad.
Okay, and then let's see, there's one more ingredient you don't want to toss with this. It will be adding goat cheese. It would just become a mess.
Just sprinkle on top.
Yep. Like that. This is one of my favorite salads in the world. Okay, I'm gonna take our goat cheese. And I'll probably use about half a log. And you can just finger pinch it off, you can cut it, whatever works.
It's interesting too, the phone camera that this one right here
Yeah,
is a lot more colorful. The other
Yeah,
one's
it
like
is.
more whited out.
that's weird.
Yeah, just different settings on cameras. Can't do anything about it. The scuff setup. That's cool.
So yeah, warm salad. You know, it doesn't have to be warm. It's great. I mean, the nice thing is it holds up really well. You can have leftovers. You know, the arugula holds up very well. But yeah, I'll leave the dressing off sometimes and just, you know, make a huge bowl of it and then add dressing when I want it.
Awesome.
But you don't have to. I mean, it'll hold all with the dressing for, you know, at least 2 days.
Yeah, it's already baked.
Yeah, exactly. And certain salads just don't keep well with dressings. This is not left. It's very hardy ingredient.
Even with the arugula, it doesn't get too soggy.
No, because arugula is soft anyway. It's not that much of an issue. Okay. Is our roasted beet salad with the blueberry vinaigrette. It's got roast beets, arugula, pistachios, blueberries, goat cheese, and a blueberry vinaigrette.
Awesome.
But just look at how beautiful the color is.
Oh yeah.
Pork. Get a little bit of everything in there.
Let's see here. Oh yeah.
Right? And it's kind of sweet and it's so good for you.
Wow. Oh, super nummy.
Right?
Cool.
Okay. Well, this was beet. Which one do you like better?
This one. For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This one's pretty amazing.
Super good.
I've got to come up with. I wish I could just send people food.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like, here, have some. I want you to try this. Okay, so this was our first episode of Mouthful from Mandy.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it was. It's a very good mouthful. I expect to see more of her. Please do leave comments. See what people are talking. Oh, you guys are having fun talking Spanish.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna have
great.
to translate that later.
That's
I have
great.
no idea.
Oh, yeah, I think they're just chatting, which is great.
Okay, well,
So, yeah, first episode on this, we're gonna have more to come.
we will get more consistent. We will let you know when that's gonna be. when we figured out ourselves. This was kind of a spur of the moment thing we came out with last night.
This is the more of a genuine reality here for how I exist. I'm 6'6",
Yeah.
she's 5'7".
7. I'm really 5'6" and 3/4, but I lie.
Yeah, but I'm used to being down at people's level, so it's cool. So cooking show, expand understanding. We're doing crossover. Getting my sister started doing her own thing. She does amazing things like this that you saw tonight. So there are more to come, and questions or requests or anything. So she's gonna. Sounds like she's getting active and be active and talking to you guys, chat, all that kind of stuff.
Always keep your mouth full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full Mandy. From Mandy.
From Mandy.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Love you guys very much. We'll
Good
talk to you
night.
soon.